I know as a defense, when the offense gives up a turnover interception deep in your end, you're supposed to just shake it off, buckle up, and hold them to three, or even better, take the ball away. Having said that, how hard is it not to get frustrated when it happens more than once in a half?
Oh man, it's not about the frustration, right? There's usually in most football games going to be turnovers. There's very few games where both teams play clean, right? So your reaction to it is a big part of the likelihood of success if you got a positive attitude going out there, right, and understanding that it's a part of the game. I think one of the things we got to do, like we got one of them early, right? So like being ready to deal with that on the first series, right? Like that's a different challenge. Other than that, man, we play defense, and that's the way it is. Like it doesn't matter where they spot the ball at. It's like we can't give up the ground behind us, right? The closer we get, the more urgent it gets.
How you feel you played as a defense?
Not good enough. Right? Not good enough. Not good enough. Right. The goal is to win. Right. So if we don't, we don't have more points than them. Yeah, we didn't do it. We didn't do well enough. Now there's definitely areas that we focused on where we feel like okay, we got that accomplished, but other areas of the game maybe we didn't.
Is it a fine line to walk to not stress too much on the negative when, from the outside, it looks like your defense, all things considered, played pretty well?
Again, it's not good enough, right? It's the result of the game is what determines, right, how well the team executed our plan, right? The team, right? So defensively, maybe the numbers weren't that bad, right? In some areas, maybe, we were able to, they're definitely an explosive offense, and we were able to, limit a lot of the damage, as far as explosive plays are concerned. But we probably needed to give the ball back to our offense to even out the turnovers, right? Get us back to even, and maybe that makes a difference.
What's Michael Griffin given you this year as a play caller, as a defense?
Michael Griffin is probably one of our unsung heroes. Like he's one of the few people in the league that can play at three levels of the defense. He can play with the front and the box. He can play linebacker. He can play in the secondary as a high player. That type of versatility is critical to a lot of the looks we like to show other offenses.
And then the prospect of having Jamal Parker back healthy, what does that do for you?
Just a veteran guy that's played a lot of snaps, played with the group. They're all really good friends. They're really close on and off the field. And while I do believe that the guys we had were getting better each week, like it's just really good to have the possibility of having another veteran that's played with the group back.
What did you make of Dexter Lawson this past week? I guess everything after the first start.
Dex got better every week. Dex has gotten better every week. He's found a way to, again, grow in the system, understand the system a little bit better, develop his chemistry with Evan Holm. No bad words about Dex. He's been solid.
One more on DB. Sorry, one more on the DBs. JY, how about Demario Houston's first game back? What did you think of him?
I thought that was also a solid performance. Playing that weak side corner position, often isolated in 41 sets and that kind of stuff. So anytime the game is quiet, it's usually because the corner did a good job.
What's it been like seeing Jamal have to, battle so many injuries? I mean, last year was the torn ACL. This year misses 6 games. What's it been like seeing him go through this?
There's two sides to it, right? Like you always discouraged, hurt for him when the injury happens, and then you see his spirit, you see his willingness to keep fighting back, to keep doing the work, and then come back and then contribute and practice and just give us energy, and then you understand why that type of guy is important to have in the locker room, right? So on one hand, you're really discouraged for him, but every time to fight back, I think that finds a way for other guys to get stronger watching him.
I think him and Evan Holm were roommates, when they were rookies trying to break in with this team, obviously. When was the first time that you kind of saw something in those two, like, okay, these guys could be, key guys on this defense one day?
As soon as we put them out there, man, like it's one of the things, right? It's when guys get into games, the games feel different, right, than they do. Like the pressure of the scoreboard and all those things, and then some guys just naturally handle that better. And Parker's one of those guys. Holm is one of those guys. So when we get them side by side, they amplify each other, right? Because they're both relaxed. They both can talk through plays. They both can talk during plays. So that type of communication makes the game easier, makes you feel like I'm not out here by myself.
The things you said about Griffin sounds like that he'd be a hard guy to replace.
definitely a difficult guy to replace. Like, matter of fact, is one of the most irreplaceable guys we have. With that being said, right, we keep grooming and trying to grow the other guys and, teach them maybe it's not 3 levels, maybe they can play at 2 levels of the defense. And we just try to mix and match and, defense by committee.
Hard to teach 3 levels to a guy.
Hard to teach 3 levels of defense to a guy, right? Especially as natural. Like Griff's only been in the system. This is his first full season, right? Didn't even have training camp with us last year. So, definitely a hard guy to replace.
Awesome. Thanks, Jordan.